So welcome to the Boxing Media Hub. You're with Joel and Ender. As always, thank you for joining us on a lovely Monday evening. It's Joshua Buatsi versus Dan Azeez in an eliminator to fight Bivol. Bloody hell. Joshua Buatsi, 17 fights, 17 wins, 13 knockouts, rather them than me. Dan Azeez, 20 fights, 20 wins, 13 knockouts. This is a cracker on paper, and as both of them as fighters and boxers, it's a great fight. 21st of October 2023 in London on DAZN. Buatsi last out in May. Stepien, if you want to call him along those lines, where he won on unanimous decision. Dan Azeez last out in July against Gradia. Which he won on points, but that was an 8-rounder. This is obviously going to be a 12-round job. This one's going to divide people majorly because
especially in South London.
Yeah, Buatsi's got a big fan base. He's kind of been the guy that's been built up this whole time. Dan Azeez has really built himself up and done well. This is a cracking fight, Ender, isn't it? Just as fans. This is
absolutely. It should be a very good fight, and we're glad it was initially kind of earmarked for Brighton for some reason, but thank God it's back in London because I think the London fans will want to see this, you know, and it should be a very good fight. I mean, like the winner gets to finish gets the opportunity to face Bivol, but I'm not so sure if either of them particularly want that, and I think that's why we end up here. But it'll be interesting to see it. But who have you got then, Jola, for it?
Well, do you know what? I was just listening to the press conference, and when they said about Buatsi's very chilled out, and he comes across as a really chilled out guy. He turned up to sort of the first press, and he sat there and he said, "I finally woke up when Dan Azeez walked in with a hat on with war written on it," and he said, "Now it's time to go to war," and these people are going to witness it. These two undefeated fighters, great knockout ratio between them. It's going to be good.
Yeah, well, Buatsi, I think, has the better knockout ratio, doesn't it?
Yeah, 13 in 17, but 13 in 20 for Dan Azeez. So
it's not quite similar. Yeah,
it's not a great deal, but for me, I know it's going to upset a lot of people. I am on the Joshua Buatsi hype train, and I don't think it's a particular hype train. I think he's backed it up in a lot of his fights. He's got the power. He's got that way of forcing fights, dictating fights in his own way, but his boxing ability is very good as well. Seems a very tough, durable guy. So for me, Joshua Buatsi, hard to see if anyone's going to get a stoppage in this one. I think it's going to come late if either guy are going to get a stoppage, to be fair, because I think it's a case of trying to break each other down over rounds when you look at both records. For me, though, Buatsi will win this, and I'm going to go for a very, very late stoppage or points. And when I say late, I think we're going to look at 11 or 12. It's going to be the championship rounds, as we say.
Yeah. No, I'm fairly in agreement with you there. So, but I mean, it is a reasonably close fight. I mean, and Azeez, you know,
I wouldn't be shocked. To be fair, I wouldn't be shocked.
Every chance of winning this, and depends how the fight develops. If they kind of go at it for, you know, in a kind of a war situation from the start, yeah, it'll be interesting. Anyone could win. You know, it's a lottery. However, if they're far more cagey, which I kind of do expect a bit, I think Buatsi will, you know, wear Azeez down as the fight goes on. And like you said, it could be looking at a late stoppage, or I think, as you said, I'm not reading your notes because you said it so, but Buatsi on points or a very late stoppage for me. But it could be an explosive. If they start out explosive, anyone could win, you know, by stoppage early. But if it turns into a very cagey affair, then I think that will benefit Buatsi.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. It really is. But as I say, I wouldn't be shocked if it went either way. I really wouldn't, because it's all there to see. And people have their own opinions. Let us know in the comments how you see it at home. But
Especially all you Azeez people going, why have you both gone for Buatsi? Let us know.
Yeah. And as I say, I think it's a case of who you like that and who you've kind of followed along the journey. And I have followed.
Well, I mean,
but
if you were in either camp, I could understand. You know, obviously you're going to back your guy. Now, me as a neutral, I looking at it from the outside, and I think on paper, and that's all we have to go for till the night, is Joshua Buatsi is the slight favourite for me, and that's why I picked him.
Yeah. Well, let us know, people. Hit the subscribe button as well. Check out the rest of the content. But Buatsi versus Azeez, final eliminator for Bivol on the 21st of October. It's going to be a cracker. Let us know what your thoughts are. Ender, thank you very much as always, and have some of this.
Have it.